Nine times out of 10, I would say this is coming from a place of childhood wounding. And so, if you didn't feel loved or seen or valued for your true, authentic self as a child, and let's be honest, probably most of us felt that way because we felt misunderstood, or like we didn't fit in, or like we had to fit into a box to be good enough for our parents, or that there was something wrong with us, right? We have all these layers of limiting beliefs and guilt and shame and reasons why we think we are the problem. So if that has happened in your childhood, then you're going to struggle to feel worthy of healthy relationships as an adult. It's also going to be completely normalized in your system to be around people who don't see you and who don't understand you and who don't respect you. And so you have basically been programmed for relationships that match what was in your childhood. You've been programmed for relationships that make you feel unseen and unvalued and disrespected and not good enough. And so if you imagine that you're carrying that, whether you want to think of it as in your mind, in your beliefs, if you want to think of it as being stored in your cell and in muscle memory, if you want to think of it as your energetic vortex that you're walking around in every single day, all of those are examples of ways that you are holding this signature, this frequency, this belief system, and you're bringing that forward into the world. So as a conscious creator and as someone who has an impact on the world around them and the world that you're creating every single day in how you show up, if you're carrying this frequency and this belief system of not being good enough, not being worthy, not attracting people who see or value you, you're going to find yourself continuing to put that frequency out, attract that frequency back. Even if you meet someone who really does see you and love you and respect you, you're not going to know how to accept that. You're not going to feel worthy of it. You're not going to feel safe in your body to receive it. And so you'll end up sabotaging and pushing away. And this is why the best work we can do is on shifting our own baseline and shifting what we believe we deserve, shifting the subconscious beliefs that are keeping you in a reality that is far less than what you actually desire and deserve. And instead starting to heal those things from childhood and realize that just because that was your truth growing up doesn't mean it has to be your truth now. Just because something was normalized and you felt you weren't good enough for a certain reason as a child doesn't mean you need to continue to hold that energy of shame or unworthiness as an adult. You have the power in every single moment to shift the ways that you are seeing yourself and therefore the ways that you're showing up in the world. And as you start to normalize a different level of standard for relationships, as you start to feel safe and worthy of receiving what it is you want, and realizing that healthy relationships do exist. You might not have had any of them in your life so far, but that doesn't mean that they're not possible. That doesn't mean that other people aren't experiencing very healthy dynamics, right? It's about you shifting what you will tolerate and seeing yourself as worthy of better. And when you do that, then you start to attract them. Then you start to receive them. Then you're not afraid to have people like that in your life, and you feel safe to be seen. And you realize that that healthy relationship exists, and that becomes your new normal.